I just always like to motivate people and get people into that mindset of, creativity. I want my art to be in all houses. See, I don't have no notes again. Hey, what's going on, guys? Swink here on behalf of the Swink Agency, and today I have a very, very special episode for you guys. I'm riding around Atlanta this morning, listening to my music, you know what I'm saying, getting in my thoughts, getting ready for a big day ahead, right? And all I could think about was art and how it's all around us, and I don't think we take the time to really appreciate it. And myself as a designer, part of my job is to pay very close attention to detail. And it seems like, the more that I get into this field, the more that I create, the more creativity that I, let loose, or whatever you want to call it, the more I really appreciate what art is. And, I even have an acronym for ART. Stands for all real things. And art could be anything, man. You walk out in your front yard, the way the trees are leaning from the wind blowing, to me that's art. When you see birds flying in the sky, in a formation, to me that's art. It's just everywhere. And, I'm starting to, really take my time to appreciate it more and more. Definitely, after coming back from Paris and seeing the Mona Lisa and the Eiffel Tower, and how, that's such a huge landmark for billions of people who visit every year. In fact, from what I'm told, it's the most visited landmark on the planet. So, what does that tell you? People are naturally drawn to good art, and art is subjective, right? So, you can look at things sometimes like, I don't really know the guy's name, but it's a guy on Instagram, right? And people love this guy, and his art is like trash, but I think that's the whole concept behind his creativity. And when I tell you people love it, like they eat it up. And so, I always tend to look at those things with an open mind, right? But, myself included, like when I'm creating art, like I just recently finished up a new Mercedes-Benz truck. Make sure you go check that out. I just uploaded the speed art, and yeah, man, it came out pretty great, and I'm proud of it. But, while I was designing it, I couldn't help but to realize how much fun I was really having creating something from nothing. And I always like to motivate people and get people into that mindset of creativity. In my job, I'm always hearing people say, well, I don't have creativity and I don't have a creative bone in my body. And I always tend to tell them that's not true. Like, you are very creative. Creativity isn't always just you creating something. It's not always you just designing something. Like, yes, I'm a designer. I design things and I pay attention to detail very well, but at the same time, it's something that you do very well. You know what I mean? And that could be considered art. And, it's just, I feel like it's very important for us to really have that conversation. Why do you think art appreciates? Why do you think certain pieces become so valuable that people sell them off for millions and that type of thing? And, me as an artist, that's something that I'm definitely striving for. Like, I want my art to be in all houses, you know what I mean? Like, I want my art to be a household name. And, getting to that point requires me to just be creative, right? But not just creative, I also have to apply the business aspect of it. So I'm always pushing my stuff out there. If you follow me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Speed art, vectors, client stuff, logos, you name it. Like, I just love doing it all. I was even asked today, what's my favorite Adobe software. And if you'd have asked me a couple of weeks ago, I probably would have told you Photoshop or, Illustrator, probably Illustrator. But as of right now, it's InDesign. I absolutely love the software because I'm able to be so creative within it and create just nice, clean layouts, man. You know what I mean? Whether it's a flyer or a business card. I do a lot of newsletters for different clients and stuff like that. So, it's a program that just allows a true artist to create art. So, of course, you gotta have knowledge of what you're doing and have a skill set. But, that doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't dive into the program. When I first started getting into Photoshop, I was very timid at first, especially Illustrator, dealing with a lot of vectors. But, I jumped in there and I started designing immediately because I'm gonna be honest with you people, like, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You know what I mean? Now, there's a clean design, there's a messy design, this design is too busy, or this design makes all the sense in the world. And trust me, I've seen them all. But, it's just an important thing to know that's around you and to sometimes take the time to appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because you never know what that may spark within you. You never know what your art may spark within someone else. And so, I take that responsibility on for myself to always be, mindful of, what is this art gonna do 10 years from now? What is this art gonna be 20 years from now? And hopefully, that key word is valuable. And, you just keep pushing. Like, I'll be sitting up here lying to y'all if I say I like every piece that I do. I'm definitely a perfectionist. I wouldn't say I'm my worst critic because I understand criticism, right? If that makes sense. So I am, hard on myself to a degree, but at the same time, I understand that, the more knowledge that I obtain about the basic shapes, just the basic math of just what art is in general, the more I'm able to process different designs and different layouts and create something that's really magical, or what I feel is magical. But the best part of that is when you deliver that to someone and then they feel like it's magical, or they feel like I've even had people cry over designs before. I've even had people tell me that they felt, touched by, what they were looking at that I created. And it's funny because I never saw myself in this world. I never saw myself getting into this world. But, I owe a lot of credit to my wife because, she saw something in me early when I first started getting into graphic design and, putting the work out there. When I go back and look at it now, it's very like, I can't believe I did that, right? But you got to start somewhere, and that's where I started, right? And, I wouldn't take it back for the world because, starting there has allowed me to go there, and I mean far. So, I love every aspect of it. It's always a challenge. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it. Sometimes I don't feel like, even cutting on my computer. But that's very rare. I'm not even gonna make it seem like it's a chore because I love to do it. So, I take it upon myself to always try to create something that's gonna stand the test of time. And a lot of times I feel like I achieved that, right? And, who's to say that, 10 years from now, it won't be hanging in a museum or something like that. Who knows? Not that I'm creating paintings or anything like that, but, digitally, that world is limitless. Like, you can do whatever. And, so I'm just trying to do my job and just be as creative as I can and put it out there for the world. And hopefully you guys catch wind of it. And, I love to get feedback from my art, whether good or bad. And I just love putting it out there to the world. So the bigger message here is to stop what you're doing, and then just appreciate the art that's around you, right? My wife would tell you I kind of went crazy in the living room and some other parts of the house with my art, you know, buying frames for it and, you know, printing out big 2x3s and stuff like that. But when I wake up in the morning and I see that art, it just makes me feel like just extra dope, like, you know what I mean? Because everybody can't say that. 9 times out of 10, how many people have art in their houses that aren't theirs? Nothing wrong with that by far. But myself, I could say I have my own art around my house. And again, it's just a wonderful feeling. I love it. And, you know, I take the time to appreciate the art. So that's what I want you guys to do, man. You know, tell me in the comments below, tell me how you feel about the art that's in your house. If you create art, tell me about that art. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about yourself as an artist? I want to know it all, you know what I mean? But without further ado, man, I'm gonna go end this for now. But till next time, I'm D Swink on behalf of the Swink Agency. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at DSwinkGFX. And yeah, man, till next time, you know what time it is, man. Everyday CEO, creating every opportunity. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Hey, did you enjoy this video? Well, be sure to log on to our official website at theswinkagency.com and come see what all we have to offer. We offer everything from business development plans, creative design, marketing, and even event planning. And while you're at it, like this video, share with your friends, and leave us a comment below. Thanks for watching.